Mom lives on in the lives of every child whose lives she touched and every family that she helped to create. And in that sense, Ricky will never be gone. She will never ever leave us. So I just wanted to say thanks on behalf of our family. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. Our family will be having a small function straight after this at our family home in Bellevue Hill. So at the conclusion of this ceremony, if everyone here is more than welcome to join at 157 Bellevue Road. Just make your way over there and we'll have a small function in honor of Ricky Brisson. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all of you here, the extended family of extended Ricky's family, I'd like to wish long life to Ricky's immediate family. I'd like to wish long life to Charlie, Stephen, Sayaka and Adam. I know on behalf of you all, you extend your open hearts, you overflow with the share of companionship and you share the goodwill and you pass that on to the immediate family. So on behalf of you all, I'd like to wish long life to the extended Brisson family. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit difficult, so if you just pay, I don't want to shout. The idea of consecration is to make a place holy, and all of us, in a sense, in our collective consciousness, we're able to come to this place here and remember Ricky for the hero that she was, for the remarkable human being that she was able to share the feelings of humanity, and we in turn are able to receive strength and resolve from her presence, from her spiritual presence here. We can come to Rookwood Cemetery and visiting other people. We can always come to here, and this will be a shrine for something which humanity, something better that all of mankind can stand for. So I'd like to wish you all long life. I know all of us have been touched by the remarkable human being that Ricky was. Ladies and gentlemen, consecration is about setting a stone. I'm always reminded about the stone that brings Australia together as a nation, the culture of Australia. It's the dream time, the spirituality in the center of this vast continent. We have this stone, this rock. It's a metaphor for King David. He says the rock of Israel, which is a metaphor for God. There's a rock in the middle of Australia called Uluru, which somehow serves as a metaphor and imagery that it's always there. There's a foundation, never changes, never moves. And as Jewish people, we too understand the idea of the rock always being there for us, always reliable. Ricky's memory is that rock in our lives. Ricky's memory is that stone, that foundation, that which we consecrate and sanctify today. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony follows the path of King David. If you go to Israel today, King David is buried just outside of Jerusalem, and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, people are there at David's graveside. They're praying. They pray the words of the Psalms of David. In that way, David, the imagery is that King David never died, always lives on for Chai, David Melech Yisrael Chai, go long with David, King of Israel for all eternity. So we share the words of David, specifically the words when David was in the Judean mountains, and he was in the Negev, in the desert, and he was looking to emerge as the king. And he says he has a whole series of prayers called Shir HaMalot, a song of ascent. And it is those prayers that we recite this morning at a consecration. Allow me to recite those prayers of King David. Shir HaMalot, a song of ascent. I lift up my eyes upon the mountains. From whence shall come my salvation? Ezri mim Adonai, my salvation comes from Oseh Shemayim Va'aretz, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Al yitein lamot raglecha, do not allow my feet to sleep. Al yonam shomrecha, do not allow my guard to drop. Hinei yom v'lo yishon sham Yisrael, behold, the guardian of Israel does not sleep nor slumber. Adonai shomrecha, may God protect you. Adonai tzilcha, may God be the shade. Al yad yaminecha, by your right side. Yomam Hashemesh lo yekachecha, during the day the sun shines, v'yorech b'layla, and the moon at night. Adonai Yishmarcha, may God protect me kol ra, from all evil. Yishmor et nafshecha, may protect your soul. Adonai Yishmor tzedcha u'vayecha, may God protect as you go out and as you return. Me'ato v'yad olam, from now and for all world. Shir HaMalot, David continues to ascend towards Jerusalem. Shir HaMalot David, this is a song of ascent for David. Samachti, I rejoiced. V'omrim li, as they told me, Bet Adonai Nelech, that we walk towards the city of God. Omdot hoy ragleinu, our feet were standing firmly, b'shorach Yerushalayim, in the gates of Jerusalem. Yerushalayim habenuya, that city of Jerusalem that shall be rebuilt and rebuilt again. Ki yirshachub lo yachdav, as it united nations around it. Shesham alu shvatim, there the tribes ascended, shiftei yah, the tribes of God, Eidut, they bore witness Yisrael to Israel. L'hodot, and they gave praise L'Shem Adonai. Kishama Yoshua Kisot Mishpat, there sat the thrones of judgment. Kisot Lebet David, and there sat the thrones of the everlasting David. Shalom Shalom Yerushalayim, let us ask after the peace of Jerusalem. Yishalom Havich, let us ask after the peace of those who love it. Yishalom Bechelech, may there be peace in your embrace. Shalvor and comfort Barmotayach in your palaces. The Manachai Vereir, in order for all of the brothers and friends, sisters, Adabrana, may we all speak Shalom Bach, only peace in your dwelling place. The Man Bet Adonai Eloheinu, may it be for your will, God, Avaksha Tovlach, we only search for good. This was the last psalm that we recited, Psalm number 23. It's David emerging from the challenges and finding their ultimate peace. It's the famous one, Mizmor LeDavid, a song of David. Adonai Raya, God is my shepherd, le'ech sod I shall not want. Binos deshi yarbitzer me menucha yanaleini nafshi yishev yanchein v'magleitzer l'man shemo. Gam ki elef begates al movet lo ira ra. Even though I walk through the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. Ki atam yadikus, because you are with me. Shiftecha mishantecha hema yunachmoni. Taroch lefonai shulchan neged sorrow. You prepare a table before me. To shanta b'shem and reish. My head is filled with oil. Kos yiravoy, my cup runs over. Ach tov v'ches yudafuni, only goodness and kindness shall follow me. Kol yimei chayai, all the days of my life. V'shavti vet Adonai le'orech yomim. May I dwell in the house of the Lord forevermore. Ladies and gentlemen, paying a special tribute and paying appropriate honor and respect to the memory of Ricky, I'd like to just find some words from in yesterday's readings. I guess that's what a rabbi tries to do, tries to find a message from our spiritual Torah. Yesterday we read a somewhat elusive passage. It was a passage of the heifer cow. It was a sacrifice which was supposed to redeem and take away the contamination of coming in contact with death. In ancient times, soldiers and the tribes of Israel were in war and battle. When they returned, they had to redeem themselves and purify themselves. And it extended not just to the soldiers, but to anybody who came in contact with death. Then the contamination was redeemed and purified through this sacrifice, which was very generational. It was a pure red breed.
Is there a doctor in the crowd? Is there a doctor in the crowd here? Or a nurse?
Doctor, nurse.
The last consecration.
Somebody needs some help over there?
Yes, someone's collapsed over an elderly gentleman.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's always difficult these times. It's the emotion, and it's being connected. So may I have your attention, sorry. So we'll try to focus towards Ricky. And so I wanted to draw a parallel to this passage, the passage that we find difficult to come to terms with, how this offering, this sacrifice, was able to purify from death. And in ancient times, the way to find purification, even till this very day, was through immersing in a pure body of water. It's called the mikveh. The word mikveh means hope. So in essence, Jewish purity is sought through immersion in water, which makes it come in contact with life. So what was this idea of the heifer offering, this red cow which had never been worked on, which sought purification from death? The Talmud does discuss this, and it says that the metaphor of this offering was that the mother was able to look after its calves, the children. And the metaphor is painted out that there is a herd out there. The mother looks after the calves, and somehow a emergence of continuity of life. And it was through this service of this heifer offering that we attacked the mortality of death and found redemption. And it is difficult to understand, but what we do understand, what it does try to tell us, is that we cannot, as human beings, as mere mortals, we struggle with death. We struggle with the finality of death. We struggle with how we're able to emerge. The heifer offering gave a sense of the future pathway, that the Jewish people, all of mankind, will somehow continue with the richness of what this heifer cow represented, with the abundance and the strength and the life-giving force that on these pastures, on this field, the heifer cow was able to pass down to the whole brood of cattle that was there. And that was the imagery that there would be continuity. I think there's a juxtaposition which I'd like to share with the idea of a stone. In Berlin today, ladies and gentlemen, there is a Holocaust memorial there's a large open center in the city of Berlin where a sculpture has placed this monument of over 2,711 stones, large stones, different stones, all depicting somehow how we try to emerge from death. It's very poignant that it's in Berlin, the center of Germany, where the destruction took place, but it is a place where people are able to find emergence for the next generation. Somehow the Jewish people were able to emerge from the Holocaust. Rabbi Shlomo Riskin asked the artist who was commissioned to build this Holocaust memorial, is there a significance in the number of 2,711 stones that are placed in the center of the city? He said there was no significance, it was arbitrary. Rabbi Riskin explained that no, there must have been some significance emerging from the Holocaust. The number 2,711 are the exact number of pages in the entire Talmud, in the Gemara, in the Talmud, signifying that the Jewish people, being the people of the book, were able to emerge again post the Holocaust, and the greatest miracle, of course, they're able to enter to Israel. I share these words with you. I believe Ricky's life will be a legacy. It's not just a legacy of somebody's mother, wife, friend, confidant. It's going to be a legacy greater than that, a legacy for all of mankind, an emergence from the past and stretching out and reaching out for hope and aspirations for the future. All of us have been touched by Ricky's life in some way, and I believe that we are all better people in the knowledge for having known her. We are able to hold on to her memory and be uplifted and taken and emerge from our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, let us resolve to give the appropriate respect and honor to the memory of Ricky. As Stephen said, there's a whole group of people here from various different parts of lives which Ricky was able to touch. She made all of our lives that much better. She gave hope in the face of politics, in the face of the bigger world out there. She was able to find that human touch that was able to blossom and bring life. On behalf of you all, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to wish long life, first of all, to you all. May Ricky's memory be a source of strength and hope for all of you. And may we all wish our overflowing good wishes to Charlie, Stephen, Sayaka, and Adam. Just as a side issue, I know it has been a very difficult year for the Brisson family. Stephen and Sayak have spent some time at Coogee Synagogue. And what I've seen emerge is that Coogee Synagogue is probably one of the only synagogues still has one of these ladies' auxiliary. Still, it's an old-fashioned thing from time, and still, what it does is it gives a little bit of life, to a synagogue. Sayak has been involved, and what she's actually done is been able to bring down the average age of the ladies auxiliary by like 350%. That's nothing to say of all those ladies auxiliary who are here. I do see still young and strong. And so I'd like to thank, on a personal level, I'd like to thank the Brisson family for the help and their support, for your friendship, for your companionship, for always allowing the Gestetner extended plan to use your swimming pool. And I know Ricky always gave permission, and so you continue to do that. Charlie, Stephen, Adam, Sayaka, please emerge, be strong and happy, just like your mother was, and wife. She had happiness. She was that typical Israeli suburb. Life is always good, always on the positive. Let us all, ladies and gentlemen, have that positive outlook to life. May the memory of Ricky live forever, and may she always be a source of blessing and strength for all of us. May her life be bound in the bond of all eternity forevermore.
Amen.
Amen. I'm going to say the memorial prayer. Before doing that, we consecrate the stone. Adam, Stephen, do you want to read the English to consecrate the stones? Why don't you step forward here? I'll read the Hebrew. Sure. So, Stephen, why don't you read Rivka till Charlie, and Adam, you read from sister. Okay?
Rivka, Ricky.
First, I'll just do the Hebrew. Po Nitzman, Morris Rivka Chai Bat Rebbe Fol Nifter Rechov Taladar Tov Shinayin Hey Teinish Mosur Tzura B'Tzor Rachayim.
Rivka, Ricky Brisson, born on the 9th of September 1953 and left us on the 15th of March 2015. Beloved wife of Charlie, sister to Deborah, mother and mother-in-law to Stephen, Adam and Sayaka.
Known to so many children across the globe, her memory will be cherished always. Be the change you want to see in the world, and she was.
Memorial prayer followed by the Kaddish.
El molei rachamim shoichen b'mahraimim amatei menucha amenuchaina tachas kanafei hashechina b'mahalois kedoshim utaharim kazocha harakia mazyirim es nishmas Marat Rivka Chaya Bas Refuel Shechalachal Yalma Bega made into Menuchasam Anobi al Rachamim Yashtireha Besei Sekanavav Liolamim Vayitzarar bitzarar chachayim es nishmoisoim Adonochu nachalasam v'sanuch b'shalom al mishkava v'noimar Amen.
יתקרב יקרא שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך וריסי המלך, מלכותי וחייכונו ויומכונו, חיי לכל בית ישראל, ולגלה בזמן קריב יאמרו אמן.
Amen. Yishmei Shmei Rabban Barak Lalav Meir Maya.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דע מירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיים וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
Amen.
ויעשה שלום במרומיו ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
Dear Charlie, Stephen and Adam, Hamakom Yinach Ne'echem Etor Shavedet Yim. God Almighty, come to amongst all those who mourn up in Zion and Jerusalem. About everybody here, I'd like to wish you long life. May Ricky's memory be a source of strength for you forevermore. Wish you long life. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the service this morning. You may wish long life to Charlie, Stephen and Adam.
Oh.